Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Subculture TV, and today we're going to have Anime Court Part 2. Hi there everyone, my name's Tyler.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Chris.
So today we're going to go over something that we did in the past, which is Anime Court. The rules are pretty simple. There's a list of cards with different hot takes that we've either come up with or found online, and it is the person who picks it up that has to defend that take. We will give points based on the validity of the argument or how much we enjoy the argument.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. I went first last time, and I got majorly cucked. So who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
I'll go ahead. I'll man up and take the first card.
Do you want to say that we might go from we can pick up from anywhere, but Chris did do a Yu-Gi-Oh shuffle.
Yeah,
so it's pretty well done.
All right, so the card I got is Boruto is better than Naruto.
Good luck. See, that's why I don't go first anymore.
All right, well, I have a couple reasons why I think Boruto is better than Naruto. Ooh, it's hard to get out. Well, first of all, if you remember when Boruto came out, there was that news anchor. Do you remember her? You remember her. The one that...
Oh, she was doing it. She was from Crunchyroll.
I know. Valid, person that's very knowledgeable in the space. And she did call Naruto just Boruto's prequel. So there's that, the fact that one's just a prequel and the other's an original. That sounds pretty darn good to me. But beyond that, Boruto has a lot of things going for it. One, animation from the get-go. Amazing.
Wow.
Okay.
Naruto season 1 had good animation, yes, but was it as crisp? Are you getting the same frames per second?
Has she put in?
No.
I mean,
Naruto, not Naruto Shippuden. So I'm going off of the whole of Naruto.
Tyler,
But I'm talking about Naruto.
She's right. They even add frames, like adding Sasuke's arms back.
It's true.
They did do that.
There's dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's true. Who, as a child, loved dinosaurs?
So put your hand down, Jess.
I'm trying to defend my take.
Much BS from you.
I'm trying to defend my take, sir. So we can agree we love dinosaurs, yes?
Yes.
Some of us.
And one of these has dinosaurs and the other doesn't. Spoiler alert, it's Boruto. Yes, that's right, Boruto, your favorite anime. Our favorite anime, way more than Naruto, obviously. Has dinosaurs. It has traveling back and forward in time. It has Squid Games, which, wow, what a cultural phenomenon. They are crossing board. They said this because, remember, Boruto is Japanese. Squid Games is Korean. Japan and Korea traditionally have a very, 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 very bad relationship. And yet, Boruto, yes, ever, the trailblazer, has said, I'm going to put the differences aside between our countries, and I will extend the first hand to Korea. I will be the one that mends our country's relationships by putting Squid Games into my show, a Japanese show. That's right, folks. Boruto solved the Japanese-Korean crisis.
One, I don't think anything's been solved.
And two, you're accepting that Naruto's a bad dad.
Yeah. You believe Naruto's a bad dad. You believe that Konohamaru should be super weak.
Listen.
His pupils.
I'm not saying that Naruto is not a bad redemption arc for Naruto in Boruto. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Okay. Naruto, the show, is a great redemption story.
But that's the prequel.
For Boruto's dad.
But that's the prequel. So you say
stop calling it the prequel.
No. I'm using her words, right?
No, you're sold on it. Hey, you know what else was a prequel? Star Wars 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. All right? Doesn't mean anything.
Excuse me, Star Wars Episode 3 had the best lightsaber fight out of any of the...
But would you say Star Wars 1 is better than Star Wars 4,
Yes.
5,
Yes.
6.
Well, no, because that's also because you saw a story come to a close. Oh, close.
What about episode 2? Do you think that's better than all of those? 4, 5, and 6?
No.
Okay.
Episode 2 gave us Jar Jar Binks. How dare
Yeah.
you?
So episode 2 is not better than episode 6, right? Prequel does not always mean it's better than the latter.
I would say 1 and 3
Case closed.
overall.
Chris
better.
said prequel.
No, that's not what that means.
No.
I'm just saying you're accepting the fact that Naruto started good, and then as he aged, became a father, let his family behind. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the Hokage. The whole village is my family.
No. He actually, I'm changing my stance. Naruto was not a bad dad in Boruto. He did all he could. He was just running a country and creating peace for
First of all,
all the different villages.
He
And
sent
you know,
a shadow clone to do something.
I'm sorry that
he could've sent
he
the shadow
thought
clone
that
to do what he
he
was
needed
already
to
doing.
be
Yeah.
there when signing treaties between villages, peace for the first time in ever between all the
I'm
villages.
sorry. What village is gonna step up to Naruto?
He thought, you know, this is what Naruto was thinking, okay, in Boruto, okay?
Uh-huh.
In Boruto, Naruto was thinking, hey, I might sacrifice this much of my child's childhood in exchange for the safety of all peoples in all the world. Seems like a pretty great person to me.
In Naruto,
Not to mention, Boruto's a punk, all right?
I wonder why.
in Naruto, 99% of the show is about the bad guys being other ninjas from different people who had a different take.
Yes.
Except for Kaguya, which technically came from outer space, but realistically she gave up on all of that so that way she could have she tried to have a normal human life, you know, until she was betrayed. But do you know what Boruto is about? Boruto is 99% about them fighting aliens and raptors.
Okay, but hear me out. What's cooler than regular people? Aliens and raptors. Now, hear me out again. When you fight people from other villages, you're teaching that other countries, right? American values. Other
Yes.
countries are all evil. Only America is amazing, or the country you're from. Japan, I guess. Japan. Sorry, it's the point of view of Japan. So that's like saying, oh, only Japan is good. Every other country, including America, sucks. All right, we only care about Japan. Japan number one. Everyone else is evil. That's what Naruto taught us. Boruto said, "Hey, we're all one as humans. Let's fight the real problems."
Did we forget about
Raptors and
about the whole like Shinobi alliance?
You know, you try picking this card,
I'm gonna,
and you tell me.
I'm gonna not give it to you because nothing's believable.
Yeah.
I gave you the best
You don't
argument that could have
even
possibly
you don't even
been.
actually like dinosaurs.
I didn't feel your
So-
heart into it, Jess.
Wow, I think this is actually sexism.
Oh my
Something that you
gosh.
also see in Naruto, but not in Boruto.
You
Well,
don't see them like excuse me? I mean apparently they believe in body positivity.
it's true. So Boruto
Which is a whack
is
take.
better than Naruto. Do I get the point?
No.
Boruto sucks. Failed me again.
All right. Heart of the cards?
Heart of the cards.
I hope you get the one card.
Okay, I didn't get it. That's good. Okay, I can argue this. All right. Isekais aren't overused.
Okay.
Okay? Isekais allow the writer, the author to kind of create their own world and however they see fit, right?
Mhm.
It's not bound to like what we necessarily believe that should exist in our worlds, which allows, I would say, pretty much unlimited,
Okay.
like unlimited possibilities of like different types of fantasies to come true.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
I have so many things I need to say, but you keep going.
it's nice, especially when these worlds are actually fully developed, right?
Okay.
Where we get different dialects of like different types of languages and full cultures that get the chance to get flushed out, opposed to things that we would never actually see here, but like, you know,
Yeah.
in a normal.
Yeah, we don't have
setting.
multiple dialects.
Nah,
That's
never,
nuts.
dude. It's just English.
English.
You know?
English.
It's just English here. Hello. It's the world common tongue,
Why
obviously.
can't they just be born into that world?
Born into that world?
Yeah, why does it have to be an isekai?
The whole point of being a savior effect. We all want the ability to believe into somebody that is going to come out and save us. It's also known as the Superman effect. We all hope to have a Superman in our lives, someone to actually come out and reach out and save us whenever everything else goes wrong. Because realistically, people we would like to believe would actually, like, who are in our circles to come out, help us whenever we need to, may not always be able to. But if they're a quote-unquote summoned hero,
Okay.
they're kind of forced to be.
Are you ready for me to give my counterpoint?
Go ahead.
You are right. Isekais allow for endless possibilities. The world is their oyster. And you know what mangakas go for? This man got turned into a vending machine because of his love for vending machines. Or this man turned into a girl's dog.
Or perhaps
That is
a
what we
slime.
get. Yeah.
Which is great. That's a
The
great
slime
one.
was great because it was the first one. And then they started saying, vending machine.
I think the problem with isekais is 90% of isekais are done from the viewpoint of like an incel author
Right. Which I can
rather
agree with
than
that.
like the ability to explore a fantasy world.
I have another counter argument.
Mhm.
You said, again, right? Oh, infinite possibilities. And yet, all the worlds they go into, 90% of them, of isekais, are all the same world that they're going into, really. Like, they're all so cookie cutter.
But you
We get
still have your
languages
10%.
and different dialects. You know how often we get that in an isekai? Like, 5% of the time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's also why I don't believe they're overused, right? Because I'm just saying because there's always going to be a lot of crap out there, regardless on the genre. Right? Like you can look at any genre, whether it's fantasy, it's sci-fi, it's cyberpunk, it's whatever.
Uh-huh.
They all I would say like 90% of the stuff that's in that genre is trash.
Yeah.
We had one
Chris-
season in which we had over 10 isekais come out in one season. Name one other genre.
Fantasy.
Okay, name 10.
Name 10.
That came out in one season.
I think Chris's like whole concept of his argument right now is it doesn't matter that 99% of isekais are exactly the same. The limitless potential of isekais makes it
Look,
not overplayed.
I'm just saying because if it wasn't for this, right, we wouldn't be getting things like I was reincarnated as a slime.
No, you would just be. You would just have. I am a slime.
or you wouldn't get. I don't know if you guys seen the world's finest assassin. I was reincarnated to like a world's finest assassin, whatever it is, right? That
No,
one.
I'm still stuck on I am a slime.
you know, or Overlord. That's another great one.
Oh, Overlord
But that's
is
not
really
a-
great.
Is that
yeah.
an isekai?
It is an isekai.
He gets transported to a different world, I guess.
Is he transferred to the world?
Actually,
that he,
no,
like,
no, no.
fell
I
asleep in?
think we think it's an isekai because we didn't have this genre before. I think it's actually an MMO
That's not
because it was a game he played that he now is immersed in.
So then, would you say SAO isn't an isekai, and that was the original MMO?
No, it's MMO. It's not an isekai.
Yeah,
How is it not when the consciousness is transferred?
because I think your whole.
You know what else
being
consciousness
has to
was
be
transferred? If you remember Goodnight World, MMO.
That is true. I think
because that's
so.
more of like a reverse.
I think
isekai, though, towards the
Overlord,
end.
you could convince me is an isekai / MMO. I think you cannot say that SAO is 100% just an MMO. I mean, the whole thing about the game is that they're all just stuck in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, they're in a different world and now they're stuck on it.
But they are in a different world.
That's only because they're stuck in that world.
It doesn't. But they're.
Their bodies
They're
are
stuck
still in
in
the real
But
that
world.
game.
okay, but how do summon heroes go back to the normal world? They have to complete the task at hand, right? To be to be allowed to be summoned back,
Summoned or just
taken back.
turn off the game.
Well, no,
So-
because they turn off the game, they become unalived.
I would say, I don't know how. I don't necessarily agree with Chris's points. I agree with the take, though, that isekais aren't overplayed because I think that there's a lot of isekais that are good. I just think Crunchyroll picks up a lot of crap ones.
Absolutely.
Because you have things like Eminence and Shadow,
Oof, so good.
Even
One
like
Hit Kill Sister.
I was reincarnated as a sword, which I thought was a joke.
Stop.
And no, it's actually really good. I actually enjoyed that one.
One
Is that
Hit-
part of your argument, or
No,
do you
no, no.
really
no
believe
game, no
it?
game, no life. One
Yeah.
Hit Kill Sister.
The thing is, I really like a lot of isekais
Mhm.
that have an original concept. The problem is that
Not
isekai,
enough.
yeah, there's not
mean-
enough original concepts because there are way too many that are exactly the same.
You can say the same thing about shonen.
No, because I think at the base, every shonen is different. Like
Yeah.
they all have the same. They might have the same storyline, the same concept, but
I will
the
tell
power
you,
systems and everything are usually.
after you watch Full Metal
different.
Alchemist Brotherhood and Hunter x Hunter, you've seen every shonen out there.
Heavily disagree.
I can make that argument all day. Power system, the majority of power systems after Hunter x Hunter came out, what do you think were
The
based
thing
off?
is, Nen is so comprehensive that they hogged all of it. Like you can't
Yeah.
the
Doesn't
moment you say power, they've covered it. Like
Yeah.
that's the only reason that
I'm
everything
just-
could be based
let
off
me,
of
let me
Hunter
tell
x
you,
Hunter.
I'm
if
just
you've
saying.
watched Hunter x Hunter and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, go watch other shonens because they're better.
Well, like I'm not arguing that, but I'm just saying you get the concept and you know where the story is going to go,
Yeah.
right? Which is why I'm saying like isekai isn't overused, because you can make the argument that like 90% any genre is full of garbage.
I think that one's a fair point. I might give him the point, but again, it's hard because I technically agree with this statement.
I'll give you
Yeah.
an iffy point.
If you also
an
take
iffy
it,
point.
point's a point.
Oh, this one's easy. The AOT ending change was better than the manga. I think absolutely. One, we don't have John as a cuck.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
In the anime,
Yep.
It's
we do not.
it's never stated.
It's never stated that that's actually
it's never
John.
stated, but you can actually see it in the
No, you don't.
drawings.
You can't. You don't see his face. You don't even see.
You can tell
he's
by
in a
his
hat.
hair color.
Hey, everyone could have hair color like
Yeah.
that.
What are you trying to say, Jess?
They're in Europe.
Wait, are we just saying that he never ended up with her because we don't see the face, even though we can clearly tell it's him?
Well, the thing is, she's supposed to be with him and the son, but it's only like a guy.
They come with a baby later.
Yeah, but we all wait.
I don't think so.
No, they don't. Do they?
Well, if they do or don't, it will be right here.
Yeah.
Jess will be right once again.
Yeah.
But
if I'm wrong, I'll still put it.
Either way,
but it would
we
be
don't,
new.
we don't have to actually spend time on John being a cuck. Two, I think, I don't know. I just think the ending wasn't as bad as people thought it was. Like, I know people had a lot of problems with it. I think they did a really good job. I think people would have hated it more if they stuck with the original ending, because obviously people were already having problems with it, right? So it's like they had to change it, but they had to change it in a way that wasn't so drastic that like people who read the manga, wouldn't just be up in arms completely.
How do you feel about Connie not getting the...
I think that's fine. I think like the only sacrifice that really needed to happen was Eren and the rest of the people that Eren took out with the rumbling. I think the whole point was that Eren wanted to protect everyone. So I think the fact that Connie lives is actually good because it says like, hey, he saw the future and made sure to take the appropriate actions because he before was blinded, and that's the reason why Sasha, was unalived. But he made sure that mistake didn't happen again. So I think for that reason, I'm fine with that. I think Connie's death would have just been unnecessary.
Unfortunately, I agree with your thing from before.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what to ask you.
like the only thing I could really say is that when Connie was unalived, right? Like
it was like an impactful scene.
It was a very impactful scene, and it almost gave a second wind to everybody else that was fighting.
Yeah.
And like that's something that unfortunately we did miss out on the anime.
Did it happen during the fight on top of Aaron's skeleton body?
Yeah, so when the rest of the Titans came in and attacked?
Yeah.
And Connie came out?
Uh-huh.
The secondary of Titans that came out and then all of a sudden Connie was saved. That was the scene that he was supposed to.
So it was not just even like a byproduct of the rumbling. It was actual Aaron's like titans that did it.
Yeah.
Well,
So like he like kind of had
Yeah.
control over them. He does have control over them. That's the only reason they're fighting him.
Yeah.
So
And-
he kind of ordered them to off Connie.
Yeah.
I also think, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually closer to what the mangaka actually really wanted, because the mangaka felt rushed the first time when they had to come up with like the actual ending for the manga. So like this was just their reattempt at making what they wanted to do.
Yeah. Shueisha, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop forcing authors.
Well, okay,
to rush.
let's be clear though. Yeah, that they did feel rushed, but they specifically said that this was the ending they had in mind from the very beginning.
The ending, not that part.
Oh, the Connie part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they specifically say they felt rushed on the Connie part?
I don't know
think so.
what part. I don't think they said anything specific, but I'm sure there was a lot of like choices that they made, which were just evident in what they changed. So I assume everything they changed was a reflection of
What they wanted.
what they wanted originally.
Okay, I'll give you the point.
Even though apparently we're getting another ending, anyways.
Are we?
Yeah.
Like a completely different one?
I don't know.
Starting from where?
It's
Like,
gonna be
where
like,
does
it's
it
gonna
change?
be.
I
Let
don't
me
know.
guess. It's gonna be a movie, and everyone's gonna have to go in, and depending what movie you go in, you're gonna see a different ending.
Imagine that'd be so funny.
I actually think it is supposed to be a movie.
Oh, great.
Ooh, I didn't get the one that Chris doesn't want, and I'm really happy about that because I really hope he gets it.
Oh my gosh.
So the card I got is Haikyu is a bad sports anime.
That's a
Well,
hot take.
yeah, I know. I love Haikyu. JK! Got you! Let me tell you why Haikyu is a bad sports anime, all right?
Okay.
Ever heard of Blue Lock?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
right. Blue Lock, pinnacle of
But just because something's pinnacle.
Pinnacle
Oh,
doesn't-
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was finished with my monologue.
okay.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy. I didn't know. How'd you guys know? All right. Anyways, if you let me finish, Blue Lock, pinnacle of sports anime. Why? Okay. Why is Blue Lock so good? Because they have compelling characters, but they also have stakes, like way higher stakes than just losing. They have attractive characters, and they have, in sports, let's be honest, right? You played sports in high school. Were you always like, yeah, teamwork? Or was it like, we better freaking win? Like, oh, I want to score this. Like, oh, like, I'm so fucking good. Like, oh, man, I wish that person wasn't on my team because they suck. Which was your high school sports experience?
I mean,
Come on. What? A or B?
You're-
A or B?
B.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I have something to say. I played men's volleyball.
In middle school.
They are a very different breed. They are very positive.
Yeah, I mean, I played football, so you can't really compare.
I think what happened, Tyler, is middle school, all kids are happy-go-lucky. In high school, your hormones are raging, all right? You want to see pretty girls, but you got to run in the sun, all right? That's what you got to do instead of seeing pretty girls. And so
In all fairness,
what I
don't know
appreciate
what
about
is.
Blue Lock is it's realistic. It gives you like real world examples. Haikyu is just all happy-go-lucky, like everything's positive. These parents do not care for these kids, and like other than like loving them to death and letting them do whatever they want, because these kids can do whatever they want. They can come home at ungodly hours. Literally, Hinata has to go up a mountain for like an hour or two in order to get home, and like they're just like, that's fine. Come home whenever you like. Like it gets dark. He is a freshman, but not only is he a freshman, he is smaller than me, I think.
Like 5'6".
Slightly larger than me, but doesn't look it. I don't think Hinata's 5'6".
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be like 5'6".
Tyler, could you fact check while I continue?
Either 5'5",
Yeah.
5'6".
I'm thinking 5'3", max.
5'3"?
I think so.
No way.
But here,
That
but
could dunk.
right, like it's just a bunch of nonsense of like all these kids are always just loving each other, and like it's pretty much just always like power of friendship, power of believing in yourself, and it's just unrealistic. Like even in Kuroko no Basketball, which I love, right? yes, they did have those team power moments, but they also gave us self-empowerment. They also gave us rivalry. They gave us anger at the other team. Remember when the other team was like doing like illegal stuff, and then they gave us a wide range of emotion other than hope, happiness, trust, and love. And that's why Haikyu is a one-sided, like very flat sports anime.
So he's 5'4.6", so pretty much 5'5".
Okay.
By the end, they say that
So
he's
he's
about 5'6".
that much taller than me.
He could dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can dunk, but what's that gonna do against this assailant that's trying to kidnap him?
Wait, so you're saying that like it's unrealistic that he can jump so high? Like what's your problem?
No. I was just saying that was one of my minor points about how the parents don't care because he has to go up a mountain
Oh, okay.
for like an hour, like on a fucking bicycle,
okay.
and he comes home at 10 p.m. and the parents don't care. But my big point on why it's a bad anime is about the emotion. Like, even in Kuroko basketball, you get rivalries, you get anger at other teams sometimes, you get like angst, like but you still get power of friendship. You still get all those good things with the bad.
You're telling me that during some of their matches, you weren't hyped to
Hype and anger are different, but you never feel those bad feelings. Like Haikyu is just all about like, oh, power of friendship, let's overcome it. Oh no, why am I so bad? Oh, I love how this person's so great. Like they never like really explore the negative parts and the negative emotions that come from playing a sport. And that's why it's a bad sports anime, because we only see so little of the emotional range of an average high schooler.
But like realistically, they haven't lost.
yeah,
Like
a big match.
yeah, they only lost their like show matches, you know, against their rival school. So like realistically, why would you be upset? Like we do see some emotion, but it comes from like not the main cast. Like we see the fact that the higher ups, you know, are or like the upperclassmen are like upset that they're not starting, but they're not angry at their fellow person.
They should be.
No, they shouldn't
If
be.
I was a senior, this was my last year able to play, and I thought in my head, because everyone has a very skewed point of view, right?
Yeah.
I thought I was better than these freshman noobs, right? Maybe not Kageyama, but like I thought I was better than Hinata. I thought I was better than Glasses Guy. I was better than the Glasses Guy's friend, you know? Like, and yet they're putting in these first years. This is my last year able to play. College scouts are at these events, and I can't get on the field, even though I was on the field last year because of these freshmen. You're gonna tell me if that was you wouldn't be mad?
You literally described the opposite of what happened to me.
But like,
I
if
was
you
that
were the senior,
freshman.
but if you were that senior, you're gonna tell me you wouldn't be mad at them.
You wouldn't be
Wait,
mad at the
no,
person. You'd be mad at like you'd be mad at the coach. But if anything, like
It's your fault.
it's your fault.
Yes, it is. But as a high schooler, you don't think that way. No high schooler
Right,
has that
right.
good of a head on their shoulders. They're always like, oh my gosh, like, I think I'm better than him. He's probably getting favoritism. Like, yes, you might be mad at the coach, but there is resentment. And I want to see that, because that's what we see in every other great sports anime. Blue Lock, Kuroko no Basket. What else can I say?
But here's what I can say about Haikyu. It is the most realistic sports anime. Like the only thing that's unrealistic is just like the amount of that way they stretch out time.
Yeah, the games. Yeah.
But realistically, it's like the most realistic sports anime in that like everything is possible.
I
Not a
disagree.
What's not possible?
Do you remember when Kageyama got picked to go to Japan Youth and Hinata showed up?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to be a part of it, but he didn't get picked.
But I'm not talking.
And they were like, yeah, you can stay.
No, but you're not.
You can
you're
stay.
Not,
you know
know
we're
what
the
I'm
most
saying, though.
disciplined people
No, but
in the
you
world,
know what
Japanese
I'm
people.
saying. You know what I'm saying. That's not the part I'm saying is not
The
possible.
games.
Like what actually, like Blue Lock is a bunch of dog shit. What they're actually able to do. I'm sorry, no one's able to get like a fully like extended leg and have the ball stop perfectly right there. That was going from the entire other side of the field, like without it bouncing at all. Like that's BS. Like
Or double nutmegging with that much amount of control.
Like there's way too much in Blue Lock, which I agree is a great sports anime, for it to actually be considered realistic.
But that's a con of Blue Lock. I don't see why that makes Haikyu not a bad sports anime.
Because
It
it's-
brings in realism.
It brings in realism,
because it
but
doesn't-
again, it has no emotional depth.
Because it doesn't
Why
have
is
to
it that when
rely
it has
on it.
one good thing that I can't say other things are bad? Like, okay, hear me out. Hear me
Wait,
out.
so it has no
Sports-
emotional depth. That's what you're saying. None.
I'm saying that it does not have the full range of emotion that it should as an anime. I want to feel more than just hope and power of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Are some of the scenes hype? Sure. But I want to see how I want to feel how Kuroko felt against his fellow from his old generation of miracles. I want to feel how Isagi felt against Rin after he faced him for the first time and then lost and then second time and then lost. I want to feel that like emotional grip on me, and Haikyu does not have that.
I don't think it's meant to though.
Yeah, and I don't like that it doesn't. That makes it bad.
I don't think
I'm
that
just
makes
trying
it
to
bad.
defend my take. Why are you just like
It's- I feel-
saying the same things?
No, but the thing about Haikyu that makes it so great is that like it's not turmoil all the time, right? It's like a nice casual watch. Like everything that is in Haikyu is
I just want to say I like Haikyu. I don't know why you're trying to tell me this.
Bec-
I'm just trying to
you
defend
said-
my card,
you said-
and you're here.
so then why are you getting mad that I'm trying
Yeah.
to defend the opposite of your card? That's the point of this show.
Did you just lose, Jess?
Oh my god.
Did
You
just
can't be
lose?
like, I'm just defending. Well, I'm defending Haikyu.
I know, but it's just you keep saying the same points over and over again. That's what I'm tired of.
No, I'm not. You just cut me off every time.
Okay, finish.
Well, I was just saying that like the nice thing about Haikyu is like it's not meant to be turmoil.
Yeah, you already said that.
No, I didn't. That was the first time I said it. The first thing I said was in Haikyu everything was real. Like everything can be done. Everything
I
is
don't know
done.
if it can be, but sure.
No, yes, everything can be done.
Like the whole like coordination between them.
What do you mean? Like, oh, talking about the tempo stuff?
Not the tempo. The fact that Kageyama just randomly throws it anywhere, and Hinata can react fast no matter what side of the court he is in order to get to the ball in time in the perfect position.
The thing is, that's not impossible. Like it's difference between things being highly unlikely and things being impossible. No one can stop something on their foot. You know what I mean? No one can go and shoot 100 like 3-pointers from the mid-court section and nail it every single time that it's his lucky day.
But that's what makes it fun. No one can do magic. No one can use cursed energy
But
to,
that's why I think it's
to
so
transport
impressive,
to a
is
new
it doesn't have to
world.
rely on gimmicks like every other sports anime.
Yeah, and because it doesn't rely on gimmicks, it gives me less emotional depth.
Which I guess is fine for you. I just personally think Haikyu
Yeah.
is good. I'll give you the point, but I just personally think that Haikyu doesn't have to rely on those things. And that's my take.
I don't know. I like Haikyu. I'm just trying to defend this take.
All right. I'll give you the point, Jess.
Uh,
I felt you were crying on the inside. It's okay. I'm really nervous.
where are you going to choose from?
I don't know.
You should choose the top one.
Ooh, I don't know. It's looking a little sussy, though.
You could have just cucked yourself right now.
Oh, thank God. Filler episodes in anime are canon. I believe they're anime canon.
No,
bet-
no, yeah. Do you believe they're canon?
They're anime canon, sure.
So like people can like say this is for sure real.
Yeah. Why not? If it's in the anime, sure. If it shares the title. Why else would they put it in there?
So Sasuke can have his arm back.
According to Boruto, yes, they can.
But it's canon for you that Sasuke has his arm back.
If that's what the creators had put in there, sure. You know, because every artist has their way of adding their own touch and feel into what they believe would be realistic in that reality. You know, and maybe, Studio Pero just felt like Sasuke for that moment needed to grow back his arm.
Or maybe he didn't grow back his arm and it was just an illusion.
Or maybe he just moved so fast it looked like he had two arms.
Mm.
It's called an after image, you know?
Yeah.
We see it all the time.
Who's to say he didn't fill up the space in his sweater with chakra to give it the appearance of fullness?
That's my point, see?
So everything in anime is canon.
If they show the title, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So Minato Namikaze was still alive when Naruto was in school.
I don't understand why that couldn't have been a doppelganger wearing the same cosplayer. Perhaps.
A shadow clone transformation jutsu.
Yeah,
Again, it's a shadow clone.
Obviously, it was just a transformation jutsu done by one of the teachers.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
to demonstrate a transformation
Yeah.
technique.
See,
Mm.
all filler apparently is canon.
The hard part is I'm having such a hard time thinking of a filler that is so completely terrible to its core and completely disagrees with everything that like would make you think like it is not canon. And I know there are some that exist. If anyone has
So,
one,
I get this
please
point
put
then.
it in the comment
I
section.
get this point.
I literally cannot think of
So I get
any
this point.
filler right now.
My brain is like my brain blocks out filler, and that's partially the problem.
Same. It's okay, but it's canon.
Same. No.
But it's canon.
It's canon. I'm not saying it's not.
I think I like
Oh,
have to give it to
gosh.
Chris, but like only on a technicality that I can't figure out a filler episode.
You got the point.
I win.
All right. Oh yes, I didn't get it.
Oh my gosh.
There's only so many more.
I know.
How
I
is
know.
it evading us?
Oh, this one I full-heartedly agree with. Skipping the intro song is acceptable.
Every time?
Every single time. So here's my problem with the filler song. It provides absolutely nothing to the story.
It's
because-
canon.
No. It's not canon. It's not canon. Have you ever seen any Naruto filler? I mean, have you ever seen?
Canon!
Have you ever seen any Naruto
You
intro?
gave me the point. It's canon.
No.
You gave me
It's dog.
You gave me the point. It's canon.
That was in the past. I don't believe in that.
Oh
Just because I
my
gave you the
God.
point doesn't mean I believe in it. I told you I gave it to you on the technicality that I can't think of a filler. But now that I think about it, have you ever looked at any Naruto opening?
Yes.
These people are doing things beyond. Here you go. If you watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, you will think that Itadori's friend is going to become a Jujutsu sorcerer with him.
It's true.
Yeah.
Canon.
So
It's canon.
And here's
We
my-
don't know yet that he won't get turned back.
Yeah. I think if you enjoy music, go ahead, watch it. But if you're someone who could really care less about the song, look, most of the people watching this podcast don't speak Japanese. They're not going to get any clues from how the song actually impacts the story. Like, yes, you can read the
Subtitles.
subtitles and the lyrics, but subtitles can sometimes be translated weirdly, or sometimes there's deeper meanings.
But it's part of the experience.
It's part of the experience, but I don't judge people for skipping intros. Like, there's intros that I love, but if someone told me like, hey, I'm not really into music, I don't have that much time to watch anime, I just want to be able to get, past the intro so that way I can watch more anime, I think that's acceptable. Especially if you're like trying to binge something, then like you don't want to waste all that time. Now, the only time it's probably unacceptable is during high dive, but that's because if you skip it, you skip the entire like first 10 minutes because high dive needs to like fix that. But yeah, like anytime people skip it, I don't necessarily have a problem. I know there's a lot of people that are like, if you don't like, how could you not know that's the intro for like Neon Genesis Evangelion? Because I don't care. It doesn't impact the story. It doesn't like it's like a song that like I'll play on like while I'm like, doing aim training or something like that. But I really don't think it impacts the story. It doesn't impact my likability of it. Honestly, 90% of the times it's either a spoiler or like filler garbage that like you'll never see. So
It's canon.
no, it's not canon. We're done with your point.
It's canon.
But I don't know. I think skipping the intro and out, because if you say skipping the intro is unacceptable, then what about all you guys who skip the outro? You know what I mean?
I think it's acceptable after the first episode.
Why? What does the intro do for the story?
One, it helps feed the artist.
Feed the artist. They already got paid.
No, like the music artist.
That's what I'm saying. They already got paid for it.
Yeah, but it's like, what if it's a banger and it's like you want to put it on Spotify?
if it's such a banger, just like Yoasobi's Idol, it will be all over the radio and it will hit the #1 Billboard charts. So, yeah. And if it's that good, it'll be on memes. People will find out about it through memes. I don't think you have to watch the intro song.
I think at least once, only because it's part of the experience. It's kind of like going to Disneyland, and like even if you go get a fast pass, you wait in some sort of line. But like, no. Let's say,
I would
like,
love to skip every line.
I was like, I don't think we really waited in line.
But like, imagine if you didn't go through the line. You just like had a back entrance and you just sat in it.
Love it.
Like it just like changes the. Maybe that's not a good example.
You know what? The only place I would say that's fine, like not as in like not to stand on, or to walk through the line, is Rise of the Resistance. Just because that's so beautifully done.
Yeah. So it's like going on the Rise of the Resistance ride, but not even ever going through the lobby, like where the line is.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know what it looks like, right? Like you've never seen it. You just go into the ride. You can't see how well they did, how like all the animatronics or holograms or whatever they are. Like you're just kind of missing on that experience. I'm not saying you're a bad person, but I'm saying you will. I feel bad for you because you'll be missing part of the experience.
Okay, so then everyone here should just go and cancel their premium memberships for all of their streaming platforms and have the free version with ads. Because ads are part of the TV watching experience.
But not part of the streaming experience. And
it is on Hulu. You just have to pay more.
The song is a part of the show. Like the show makers of... Like, let's say if an anime was on Hulu, right? The ads were never part of the show. They were added in by Hulu. Comparatively, the song is part, like the intro is part of the song.
Yeah, I feel like there's very few songs that are actually impactful to the anime. And the only time they're impactful to the anime is when they force it down your throat, kind of like Itadori. And he's like having that really terrible moment. And all of a sudden you have the really shitty Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Part 2, like... intro song come in.
Yeah, it was
you actually hate it?
Oh, I hate the Season 2
outro song?
number 2.
The
It's
intro.
the intro song.
Oh, you hate the intro.
Yeah.
Okay.
The You Are My Special. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose that. That was pretty whack.
Exactly.
I-
Especially when the first part had such a good song.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
here's an unfortunate reality, and I don't mean to be rude about it, but American people, when they hear English in Japanese songs, they usually find it, whereas Japanese people, when they hear English in their
But that's
songs,
not my
they're like,
problem
that's
with it.
so cool. So the reason they chose it is because they thought it sounded cool. It's just that the American audience is not a huge fan of it. And I have heard the sentiment that a lot of people don't like that song. But I do just think it just comes from the fact that it's English.
I don't think so.
I think if they change it to like
I even think
a
the
Japanese, it would be
It's
different.
the
Wait,
instrumental.
yeah, the
Because
instrumental
the
song.
first one was so good.
It
a
was
banger.
good. The
Because
first
you know
one
what
was
else
really
has
good.
English in it? Idol by Yoasobi. It actually has a lot of English in it.
Yeah.
But it's not like barely any, because like when it first starts off, it's barely any instrumentals, right? Whereas it's very loud. It's very like a lot of things going on, which is part of their genius. It's like just instrumental very lightly and then going, you are my like that's what makes it a little weird.
Well, there's also, I forgot which Naruto one there is, but there are some Naruto like intros
Silhouette
that have.
has some English too.
Well, there's one that like starts off with English.
Silhouette has some English.
Oh, like the one that's like, you are my friend. I don't hate
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I forget
So-
the name of that one, but I do like that one.
Yeah. That's how it starts off too. And I don't mind it. But again, like I can see, I think that it's really good to watch the intro. If you have the time, if you enjoy the anime, give it a shot. You might like it, and hearing that song might make you think about the anime, and it might just like be in your head and just give you more like joy throughout the day. But I don't think it's unacceptable to not watch it.
Okay. I'll give you it.
If it wasn't unacceptable, Crunchyroll wouldn't have a skip intro button.
What does Crunchyroll know? They have 3 tiers.
Boruto
all
is the
kinda
prequel,
the
Jess.
same.
Yes, Naruto is the prequel. You said it.
Yeah.
You said it earlier. Crunchyroll knows everything.
Yeah.
It's true. true. It's true. Boruto is or Naruto is a prequel.
All right, Jess, make sure you pick a good one.
I'm so scared.
Jess, I will let you put it back if it's the wrong one.
No.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh gosh.
I was like, I literally went so that you can't like argue that I picked it up because
Oh,
it was
100%.
slightly still
I would
on
be
the
like,
ground.
nope.
Okay, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is
Mm-hmm.
not a top 10 anime.
I can agree with you on that, but I'll let you give your take.
I mean, it has a lot of impact in the anime world.
Mhm.
It has it's an icon. It's way
Good
better
story.
than regular Full Metal Alchemist. That does not make it a top 10 anime. If we're thinking objectively, not its impact on other animes, but just objectively, how good is this anime compared to a lot of other animes? I would argue that a lot of people would actually not put it on their top 10. I think what it is a lot of loud people that really love it, that keep voting it number one on my anime list and sabotaging others. But I don't think that a majority of people, because it's not about to me, right? It's about just in majority. I don't think most people would put it in their top 10. I mean, nowadays you just have too many good shows in all. Even if you only like shonen, right, which is what this is, there are more than 10 shonens better than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay.
So I think, right, objectively speaking, right, story, just strictly about the story, there is almost no other anime that can compete with Full Metal Alchemist when it comes to lack of plot holes. Because quite literally, everything in that anime was actually planned out, down to the last cigarette that was actually placed into the anime, like into the story.
But
That being
I didn't.
said, like it's like a shorter run for
Yeah.
It's like
an old school anime.
62 episodes. I think.
It's only got like maybe 4 seasons
If
worth
it's
of modern.
62 episodes, which I'm not sure if it is, I think
think-
JJK we had 2 seasons, 24 episodes, so like maybe like 48.
Mhm.
And that means we have 1 season left. If they only did 1 more season, which I know they are going to do a lot more,
Yeah.
I would guarantee you there's not going to be any plot holes just because
Yeah.
it's so short. Like, I don't think that means much. But
No, but I mean, but like everything was like planned down to.
but does that make it top 10? Like,
The-
just because
the-
everything is planned, does that make it better than JJK
and I think
or
because of
other
that plan,
ones?
when it comes to execution, so like when we finally got to see the revenge scene, right? That moment became so overly impactful. I would actually say that one scene alone is probably the greatest revenge scene we've ever seen.
Imagine if you had One Piece.
Mhm.
The first 200 episodes before Ace's death, that's like the really bland parts, okay?
Yeah. That's like Alabasta, I think.
But you had one scene that you really loved.
Mhm.
But no other parts of One Piece, all right? It was just 200
Here we go.
episodes.
That one scene.
Yeah.
Made me
But
fall in love.
would that make those other 199 episodes worth it?
For that.
Again,
mean-
you don't get the next 800. It ends at 200. Would that one scene make the other 199 scenes worth it? And if you don't remember, the first
Yeah,
200
I know.
episodes suck.
I'll give
Yeah.
you the answer. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Someone who's
yeah,
trying to
that scene
rewatch
was
it.
amazing, but does that one scene make it a top 10 anime for you?
No, but see, if it was just that one scene, no. But we also have the dog scene, right?
Oh,
We
I don't know
also-
anyone who's looking at
Yeah,
that dog scene
no,
going, that's a top 10 anime.
No, but like it made you feel something, right? Because that's what you were arguing with Haikyu, that there was nothing to draw you. You tell me, like, how emotional was it? How emotional was the scene when Mustang was looking up and it's like it's a bad day for rain, you know? So it's all these like small moments that added up at the end that made that one scene so overtly impactful when it came to revenge.
I think the hard part about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is that realistically, it is probably the best written of all the older school ones, right? And I don't know why I'm helping Jess argue this, but in actuality, despite the fact that it's better written, I think most people don't have it in their top one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's no one's favorite, and like that kind of says a lot, right? And it's like.
Which I do think there's a difference between top, like your personal top, and actually having a top and like
Yeah.
being a top, right? Because like this isn't in my personal top.
Yeah.
But
It's
if
not
we're
like a top
looking at
10.
top 10 animes, right?
Mhm.
Like, if we're looking at everyone's objective top 10, One Piece will probably make it into there, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But realistically, do you think like Bleach will fall into the consensus top 10?
No.
Exactly. It's the same thing. Full
Yeah.
Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is more akin to a Bleach than a One Piece. You
Can-
gotta admit.
Can
in
I be
terms
honest
of,
I
though?
would
I think
say-
there's so many people that like it's like this whole like BS of like anime culture where you feel like the need to like something because of like the pressure. Like people will put stupid stuff on their top 10 that realistically comparing it to other animes isn't there. Like I know a lot of people, especially a lot of like YouTubers that like the second they hear Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, like that's like one of my top 10." And it's like realistically probably not because you didn't think about it until someone said it.
Yeah.
But like they always feel the need to put it, and I think there would like the reason why it's on the top of my anime list is like this consensus that like, oh well, it's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You can't not have it in your top 10. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right, which I get it. Like again, like I do think like there's a difference between like for example, I know Titanic is rated as one of the top 10 best films.
but no one
made.
thinks it's their
Yeah.
favorite.
It's no, it's
yeah.
not his favorite.
And I feel like that's the same thing.
Yeah.
With Full Metal,
Yeah.
which is why I will say this is going to be it's always going to be a top.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say always. I think it's going to stay there for at least another decade.
I think even as a world consensus, I think there's still a lot more. I think here's the issue. People don't realize how many animes they like until they sit down.
Yeah.
Now, everyone might say right now, right? Oh yeah, that's for sure in the top 10. But if you really sat down and curated, not your own, but what you think the world's top 10 should be, I can almost guarantee you it's not going to make it into most people's top 10 because they're going to be like, I forgot about AOT. I forgot about Jujutsu Kaisen. I forgot about One Piece.
But I can make that argument, right? If you forgot about it, you probably don't mean it. Or like it probably doesn't actually.
So you
make
agree
top.
that it's not top 10 because you forgot about it.
No, I always remember Full Metal Alchemist. Like I said, for me,
Yeah.
that's not my top 10 personal. But I think like objectively speaking, right? Just because like I don't really like a lot of the character designs, but like that's just a personal preference.
Yeah, not a lot of people do.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Yeah. But as an overall, I just think it's kind of like the safe anime.
I
for
feel like
people.
it's like English teachers saying that they love Catcher in the Rye.
When
Like I
really
feel
they
like they
don't.
say it. It's just because like they feel like they have to say it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't really mean
but they don't mean
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
that's why I think it can't be a top 10 anime.
I mean, but you're always gonna have your literally classics, right?
Yeah.
Of authors that are considered to be the best.
But
Yeah.
like that's like
And-
saying like by default, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece has to be in all
Yeah.
of the top 10s. And then you have Full Metal Alchemist, you got 4. And then you only have 6 others that are gonna break the
No,
top 10.
but
I
like-
think
like-
a
like-
lot of
like-
them,
like I
including
said-
this, will fall off.
After a decade, I do think this will probably end up falling off.
I think it's already fallen off, and you just haven't really sat down and thought about it.
I feel like
No.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is like the Pulp Fiction of like, and people are probably gonna hate me because like people love Pulp Fiction, but realistically, like if you watch it, compare it to like some other movies that you actually like, it's like, is it a good movie? Sure, it's a good movie. Has it stood the test of time? But like realistically, like
It's like a cult classic.
it's a cult classic,
Yeah.
but not a favorite.
I somewhat like. I think it's also like you don't love the anime per se. Not you, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not that you love the anime. It's that you love the memories
Yeah.
of where you were when you watched this anime. Which for most people, it's when we were kids. We didn't have bills to pay.
Yeah.
We didn't have responsibilities. Like Full Metal Alchemist is so old that a lot of us, when we think about when we watched it, it was a younger time. It was a world like the world was safer. Like
Mhm.
it's a different time, and I think a lot of people miss that, and not necessarily the anime.
Yeah,
Right.
as someone who's watched the live action, it's not that good.
Oh
Mm.
no! Oh man, no.
Mm.
But I will give it to you, Jess, because I would say the majority of people will not have this in the top.
I agree.
Yeah, but I still think, like objectively speaking, that's going to be in a top for at least another decade.
I have a weird take on it. I think majority of people, if asked like in an anonymous by themselves like kind of scenario, will not have it in their top 10. The second you put all those people in the same room, all of a sudden it becomes the number 1 anime.
That's probably true. I mean, like, to be honest, this probably wouldn't break. I don't know.
It wouldn't break top 20 for me.
Yeah, I would to put it like somewhere
Live action?
in like the top 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably put it somewhere in my top 50.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I do like I still love it, right? Like I said, it has some of the most impactful scenes you're ever gonna have. It's just I don't know.
All right, Chris, you have a 50-50 chance.
I know.
He's been trying to push it off.
I'm like eyeing it.
Oh yeah, that one.
Ooh.
Wait, Chris.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. The heart of the cards were on my side. The heart of the cards. Thank you very much.
Wow, a 50-50 chance.
Woo. I should go play the lottery, huh?
No, you already used it.
I know. Dang. This is a better one.
What is it?
Dub is better voice acting than sub.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather have that card than be you, Chris, to be honest.
Nope. I'd much rather take this one. All right. So I will say, growing up, right? All I understood was dub, obviously, because I didn't know sub was a thing in the 90s.
Well, it really wasn't around.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Unless you went to like deep parts of the internet.
Yeah, and again, still really wasn't around.
Yeah.
It really wasn't around back then. But I will say, right, there are moments where the dub voicing hit me harder than I would even say like the sub did. Like Irwin's speech, I don't know if you guys ever heard it dubbed.
I did.
I did.
Yeah,
I felt it was more impactful subbed.
No, I think it was more partial. I mean, this might be a bias thing because whoever voiced Irwin in that sounded a lot like my old platoon sergeant.
Oh,
So
so it was just like a personal thing.
I'm just saying.
You're like, yes, I'll follow you into battle.
Yeah, I'm just saying it hit me harder for that specific reason. You know, I think Gon's speech that he did in Hunter x Hunter, I know you guys haven't watched it, but pretty much when he was telling P2, the person that killed like his surrogate father, that she has essentially like an hour to finish healing the person that she was healing, and then he's gonna like unalive her, was cold. You know, like that was probably one of the coldest moments in like for dub specifically.
What about when Gon was telling the little boys about how he was gonna?
No. That's not going. That's
Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, I think about
sorry.
dang, dirty. It turned dirty my innocent little boy. Look at that. Look at that.
You're right. Gon was the one. Gon's speech would have been more so like, "You're not gonna touch me."
Yeah, exactly. And I would even say like Vegeta's speech when he was giving like his farewell, like telling Piccolo to take care of his family before he sacrificed himself, was
because Vegeta's weak.
no. Against Boo, right? Was like, or sorry, against Boo was probably one of the most impactful speeches I heard, and I heard it subs, and it just didn't sit right. Not to mention you have voice actors like Sean Schimmel, like who are able to carry a voice for 6 minutes straight without like a break, as in like when Goku turned Super Saiyan 3 for the first time.
Okay, I think we have a lot to say, Jess. I'm just gonna start saying some things. Jiraiya's voice actor, Toji's voice actor, Nanamin's voice actor.
Right, but see, you know what? I will say, for most Americans, I probably would agree that dubbed is better because they don't have to read. Because let's face it, most of us.
True.
There's a difference between dub being better because you're lazy, or like the actual voice actor being better.
It's just it doesn't say specifically.
There's like so many times.
I'm going for the card.
Have you ever tried to like see Fairy Tail dub? It does not give any emotion.
That was my first, actually, Fairy Tail was the first anime I ever watched subbed.
Because the voice acting was so bad dubbed.
No. That's not even why. So I watched it dubbed all the way to the Magic Tournament.
Holy moly, you went way too far.
To the Twin Dragon fight.
Wow. That's like almost the end.
That's like half. Yeah,
because,
well, it's like halfway to the end.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not going to read this, dude, because it was with my brother.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was trying to get me into like watching more anime, because I'm like, dude, I don't really care, like whatever. And I started watching it, and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. And then I watched it all the way through, and then it was over, I thought it was over because
Yeah. Oh, so you wanted to catch up.
well, I didn't even know it continued.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You wanted to see more, and then
Yeah,
someone
and
was like,
my
"Oh, you
brother
could
was
watch
like,
sub."
well, no, that's funny because there was voice acting, like fan acting done,
Huh?
but it was someone from Ireland. And
Oh,
so there was
no.
all these Irish accents popping off, and I was like really confused because I was watching it on one of those, not suitable sites, you know. And I was really confused for a second. I'm like, did they change actors or something? And my brother came in and was like, dude, what the heck are you watching? And like, why are you watching this with an Irish accent?
Oh
and
my
then I was like, I don't know,
gosh.
man. And then he's like, where are you? He's like, oh, like, dude, they stopped the English dub here. You got to watch it in Japanese if you want to finish it. And then that's when I.
Fan
Wow.
sub in Ireland. What?
Yeah.
That could be either really great or really
You
terrible.
know, Happy's voice was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Haikyu recommend just watching it for that alone. Just like watch an episode of it. It's hilarious.
So
Wow.
my problem with dub is that even if you have one good voice actor, usually the rest of the cast is just so much worse than the Japanese voice actors. And I don't necessarily think it's a problem of the English voice actors, but I think it's mainly a problem because during translation, like things do not sound as cool sometimes. And sometimes some of the like weight of words are taken away. Like I know with like Hell's Paradise, like we've gone over like even the translation to what they put in the subtitles like takes away a lot of meaning from what the actual Japanese words are. But overall, like I'm sorry, I just think like the voice acting for a lot of Japanese voice actors is just so high quality, like just up there, and like no shade to like English dub, but a lot of English dub nowadays also like gets people that are famous like from like an internet standpoint to do it just because they need clout for people to watch it. Like I don't know how good of a job like, someone like Lily Pichu did with like Miss Nagatoro, but like the fact that like she got that like in Japan, you're not going to have that. You're going to have like very reputable voice actors that have been doing this for a long time, and they're going to get like the roles because they're really, really good at what they do. I'm not saying people like that shouldn't get like opportunities, but it's becoming more and more evident that people are taking people that are big in certain communities and offering them the ability to like try out for roles, and they might not even necessarily deserve it. I'm not saying that was the case with that, but I'm just saying like that's like an example.
I'm just saying like Jack Black with Bowser.
I think Jack Black did an amazing job.
Yeah,
with
see?
I
Bowser.
actually think Charlie Day did a great job.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
English voice actors.
Yes, but it was an English-made
Yeah.
movie.
I'm just.
And you know what? I still haven't watched the Japanese version,
this
which I'm
doesn't say
actually really
anime.
excited for.
I'm gonna say this doesn't say anime.
You're not wrong.
Well,
Holy moly, wait.
But have you seen the Japanese
Super
dub
Mario?
of Super Mario?
No.
The voice acting in the trailer is pretty clean.
Is it?
It's clean.
But what about like Invincible?
I don't know if they have a Japanese.
Here's what I
I'm
think is very
I'm just
interesting.
saying.
If you think about like Jack Black and like everyone in the
Super Mario movie?
They did an incredible job.
They did an incredible job, but I think a big part of it is they use like I don't know what it would be called, but it's like phony voices. No one would really have that voice in real life. No one would ever talk like Luigi or Bowser, like or like in the real world, right?
Yeah.
But it works because it's animated. I wonder, I'm not sure about this, if anime dub would be better if we adapted that method. Because there's a lot of anime sub, right? Like the Japanese voice actors that use very exaggerated voices too. And you can, like, for example, we're watching, what's it called? Black Clover, or sorry, not Black Clover, Blue Exorcist. They both have colors in it. And Mephisto talks real strange. No one would ever talk like that in real life, right? But
he's a demon.
yeah, it makes sense.
But
And
doesn't
it
come off in,
works.
like,
It
subs.
works.
Yeah.
Comparatively, like if you listen to dub, a lot of them don't use those like phony voices. A lot of them, it's just like, oh no, please stop.
They'll change the pitch, but they won't like add like the right kind of emotion.
But see, I do think English dub acting could be done well because, like, for example, Invincible.
I think it can be done well. Do you think
Invincible's so good?
I think it can be done well. Do you think it's better than Japanese voice acting? I once saw a man that said he could make himself sound like a a big-breasted seductress woman?
Yeah.
And I said, no way. And he did. And I was like,
Yeah, I think it depends on the medium. Because
for anime.
no, but this doesn't say it for
No,
anime.
but for anime.
This doesn't say
We're
for
an anime podcast.
No.
We're an anime podcast, Chris.
This doesn't say for anime though.
What? This went from anime
I
court
just-
to anime loopholes.
I want to say, which is a lawyer thing to do.
Well, can I say? My previous
See?
take on lollies, I was talking about lollipops. No one said I couldn't talk about lollipops.
I'm just putting it out there, okay?
Oh my
Because we have
God.
things like Young Justice that was really well done.
You know,
You know?
I said that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is not a top 10 anime. I actually meant it's not a top 10 isekai anime.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. 'cause it's
Exactly.
not-
Yeah.
But
I know, Chris.
I'm just,
That's what you're doing.
I'm lawyering, okay?
I'm so
Okay,
against
I'm
Chris's
trying-
take on this.
I
that
can't
I'm
give it
having
to
a hard
you.
time giving
I
you a
can't give it
point.
to you, Chris.
I'm-
I was actually on your side. I was going to give you the point, and then you said, but not in an anime, and then you lost me.
Yeah. All right. This is going to be so fun. Vegeta is weak. First of all, a guy's got the name of a vegetable. You know?
And he's from planet Vegetable.
Yeah.
And he's not even Vegetable Senior. He's Vegetable Junior.
Prince
Yeah.
Vegeta. Okay, first of all.
Junior.
Yeah, that's whack. His hairline, whack.
Ooh, yeah. I got
That doesn't make him a weak character.
Oh.
if he was stronger, he would have a better hairline.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
His son stronger than him.
Trunks?
Yeah.
No.
Future Trunks.
No, not right now.
Well,
Goku-san?
Huh? No,
Gohan?
not right now.
not right now because they have to throw in some BS every so often to make it interesting for the Vegeta lovers.
I'm just saying.
He's the only one that whored himself out
To who?
For King Boo.
For what?
singing and dancing.
Oh, for Beerus.
Oh, for Beerus, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's weak-willed.
Yep.
no.
Yeah.
Too weak to protect.
What do you mean? The moment Beerus smacked Bulma, you know what happened? When Goku couldn't land a single punch, right? Like anything. When he went Super Saiyan 3, got tossed around like yesterday's newspaper, okay? The moment Bulma got slapped, Vegeta just went Ascended Saiyan,
So-
Super Saiyan 2, okay?
Wait, is 2 is less than 3?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So he went Ascended Saiyan and beat the mollywop out of Beerus. Granted, it only lasted like 30 seconds, but he landed more hits by far than Goku did.
But I'm not saying Goku's not weak also. I'd like to say something. You know the other time he went Ascended Saiyan? When he died and ascended. And you know who dies and ascends? Weak people. Sorry, Grandma. I'm doing it for the point. You get it.
Hold on. I think we need to take a pause. I'm sorry, Grandma Tyler.
Look, I've been saying Vegeta's a multi-universal threat, right? There was hits given and taken that could have destroyed plethora of different of his own universe at once.
Universe or planets?
He
Universe.
couldn't even save his own planet.
He wasn't there
Yeah, why wasn't he there?
because he was out conquering another
Because
planet.
he was too weak to stay
No.
or to fly back within a matter of a second.
Yeah, true.
No,
I'm
because
just
he
saying.
was doing his job as a Saiyan and conquering another planet.
No,
I
he
will
was,
give it to
he was
you.
weak-willed. He'd rather stay and tap Bulma than go back and save his planet.
But that didn't happen until like 30 years later.
He knew.
Look, I'm just saying, okay? Goku is considered one of the strongest protagonists out of all of anime.
Okay.
Right? You know who's never lost to Goku?
The dragon.
Vegeta.
Beerus.
Actually, that's not true. They both beat dragons before.
No, they both beat dragons.
Yeah.
Not this dragon.
Well, this dragon's Namekian. Just so that everyone knows. It's the Namekian one. The Earth dragon, technically, they have beat.
Oh.
That's only when the Dragon Balls turn into dragons, all right,
They
Chris?
still,
You yourself said that show doesn't exist.
according to my take filler, exist.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
I had to stick with it.
Well, I'm just saying. Look at that man's hairline. Are you telling me that's not weak?
No, it's his hair so afraid of his immense strength, it's receding back. Okay?
I don't know.
His hairline is afraid of his own power.
Exactly, see?
Yeah.
You know, what are the handcuffs about?
What handcuffs?
The cuffs on his arms? Arm cuffs.
What
It's
are,
called fashion.
no, those are his gloves.
Oh.
They're just part of his
Fashion.
uniform. Part of the Saiyan uniform. That's why he wears blue.
You know who also wear gloves? Little dainty princesses.
True. And you know who else is weak?
Or just royalty because he's a prince.
Where's his jewelry?
His power is his jewelry.
Oh.
It's called a flex.
Oh. Why isn't he? How tall is he?
That's not a point.
That's not a point. This guy is like 5'4", top.
He's 5'4"?
Top.
No, I think he's supposed to be like 5'2" or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the point. Okay,
Come on.
that's not the point.
Can he at least turn into a giant
It's called
monkey?
Short Kings.
No, he
Yeah,
can't.
well,
he
he
can't
used to.
turn. Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
he can't anymore.
Because his tail got cut off.
So he can't anymore.
And why does tail get cut off?
What do you mean? What? Because everybody ganged up on him. What do you mean? Why?
You know who else everyone ganged up on? Master Miyagi. He still beat the living Batootie out of those 3 white kids. All right.
Yeah, 3 against like 12. There's a difference. Yeah, 1 Vegeta, 12 of them.
I mean, it's not. It's pretty close.
No.
A 1-to-3 ratio is not far from a 1-to-4 ratio.
What? 1 to 4?
You said 3 and 12.
No, as in Vegeta. Well, there was 1 Vegeta. He unalived Nappa, his partner, because he was weak, and he was tired of weakness, so he unalived him. And
A true strong person would be able to save his partner.
No. Vegeta unalived him because he didn't want weak people in the squad.
A true strong leader would
Make sure
make him stronger.
But that's actually what made him a leader of the. Remember, Saiyans only respected strength. So if you're weak, considered like a third-rate warrior, which is why Vegeta calls Goku
and that's why
third-rate.
that's why he's been exiled off of the planet of salads.
Wait, what's the planet of salad?
Salada.
Planet Salada.
I thought it was Planet Vegeta.
Right. So Planet Salada was the original.
Yeah.
Like,
and
planet.
then he decided
then-
to name it after himself.
No. It's because they used up all the resources. They like sucked everything dry,
And there were only vegetables left?
No,
Is that the, like,
no. Then they went to a different planet,
And he named it after himself.
and yeah,
That's not, I don't know about the naming it after himself part.
he conquered it. Why can't he do it?
No, you can. It's just lame.
It's like the
It's
reason
weak.
why it's why America is called America. It's because the map maker America was like America.
If I'm not mistaken,
What?
no, never mind. I thought he had like a little bit of like heel on this shoe. I was gonna say.
Oh no,
That would be so
he
funny.
doesn't. He doesn't. They're
Man.
boots.
I just can't get over the hairline, man.
I'm telling you, it's because of his immense strength. And obviously, it gives him the ability to be more aerodynamic,
Is
so
he
he can be
wearing
faster.
spandex?
They look like it, but they're not spandex.
What are they?
It's just like another part of Saiyan armor.
Like really tight clothes.
Yes.
So tight, like leggings.
Yeah.
So
it's
he's
just
wearing
spandex.
leggings.
He's like knights wear that stuff underneath their armor. What's
Yeah,
called?
but they're
Knights wear
leggings.
that
But they're
stuff all the
leggings.
time.
You know
Yeah.
what leggings
But you know
are
what
made
else
of?
knights do? They cover it up.
He normally does. He has a Saiyan armor piece on top, which is the vest.
But his
Not his
legs.
legs. I only say that because I just looked at the
Be-
Vegeta figure and I saw
Oh.
like his crotch, like just like really like defined.
It's,
Man,
the
to be
king.
honest, I was really hoping Chris was gonna get this one.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
honestly wouldn't know how to do how to defend that tank. I would have taken the L.
So do I get the point?
No, no.
Yeah.
I
I
win.
want to give you the point just to anger
No.
Chris, but I think he would actually have an aneurysm. So,
So I win. Is what you're saying.
yeah, Chris,
So
you
I
win.
get the
You win.
point.
Booker.
So I get the point.
Oh,
Alright.
jeez.
Well, that's all we have for today in Anime Court. If you guys have any hot takes that you guys want us to debate in the future, or if you disagree with us on any, again, not necessarily our takes, then let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.